What is up, YouTube? It is me, the CArtisan MC, on my commute drive that you cannot see. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. So it's Hump Day, Stardate 2024-03-13. I was beset by idiots and had to deal with a usual day of being productive and clever amongst idiots. I'm kidding. I wasn't that clever today. Anyway, figured I had some thoughts and I would share them with you since it's Wednesday. This is my random go live day. So, like, share, subscribe. So, what's on my mind right now besides the headache? I want to know if somebody can accurately explain to me in a short sentence what the hell Gamergate is. Then once you explain that to me, I could understand what Gamergate 2 is. Because from my understanding, which I don't think is correct, Gamergate was about political campaigns being influenced by YouTube gamers and being able to track that number and apparently believing that those numbers pushed Trump over the top to win when he won the election. Now, I have a couple of thoughts on that. First being, that sounds ridiculous. The second being, how is that different from, if that was the case, how is that in MTV and stuff like that, stumping for votes and people putting their votes behind the candidate that they actually like? What makes that such a big deal? Because as far as I know, anytime you put gate at the end of something and try to make it sound like a conspiracy, being that happened after Watergate, that means there is a conspiracy, a criminal conspiracy going on. And I don't see people throwing their votes behind one politician or the other, be it from one sector or one interest group or another, as anything conspiratorial. That's just how voting goes, right? So I'm trying to understand what Gamergate 2 is all about. Outside of the idea of people using media to push their version of propaganda for their political candidate or their party of choice. As far as I know, that's not exactly illegal. As far as I know, maybe something's changed while I was asleep, like Animal Farm. Somebody went up on the wall and changed the rules. As far as I know, when I woke up this morning, still was the United States, and you could still do that shit if you wanted to. You can throw your vote behind anybody you want, regardless of who likes it or who doesn't. So I can tell you, for a few years, I wrote in my daughter's name. I did, because it was better than the two jamokes that was standing up there talking good shit and looking bad. I don't believe in choosing the lesser of two evils if both of them are evil. I don't. That means I'm not choosing either one. So my daughter got votes a couple of years. Now, while I detest politics being in geekdom, and make no mistake about it, gamers in the gamer space is part of geekdom. I detest politics being involved in it. I really detest media for the most part really trying to demonize or steer your vote one way or the other. I don't think that's their job, especially not entertainment media. Entertainment media, your job is to entertain me, not tell me who you think I should be voting for and who you think is stupid. That's your business. As far as I know, it was a secret ballot in this country. And if you don't tell anybody, nobody actually fucking knows. I don't care, personally. I don't care who you vote for. If you must know, I'm a registered independent. Why? Because I want these tap dancing monkeys to perform for me if they want my vote. I do. And since my vote is not just, oh, it's automatically in the bag one way, it's automatically in the bag the other way, I'm saying make these motherfuckers tap dance. If you're going to try to screw me, face to face or behind the back, at least give me a happy ending first. At the very least, perform, do something for it. What does Green Gorilla call them? The gimmies and grab'ems? Yeah, give it up. Give it up. Show me what you got. You're going to have to do something for this. This ain't free. This vote like this dick is not free. If you want it, perform. Show up, compete. It made the best candidate win. Now, that is going to be the extent of me talking about politics because, frankly, outside of specific channels, I do not tune into YouTube for politics. I don't. It turns me off when I hear it in a space that I'm not looking for. It does. It absolutely shuts me down. It's like, man, I can't even watch this now because it's all about politics. I'm not here for politics. I'll go to another channel for politics. I came to this channel for such and such because I don't give a fuck about your politics unless you're gonna use that to influence how you think I need to be behaving, which is fucking hysterical to me because I am not a follower. I will support certain people, but I am not a follower. Reach around, Artie Edmore. What Artie Edmore, the doughboy in the building? Yes, reach arounds are important, motherfucker. Look, in the shower, in the bed, a little tuggy my love will get me out of bed a lot quicker in the morning. It will. I might even make you some coffee, scramble some eggs or something. But no, they need to perform for this shit. So I'm really trying to understand this Gamergate thing because I've heard people mention it before. My boy JT mentioned it related to Nerdrotic and Gary, and I still don't know what the fuck that even means. I don't even know what Gamergate means. I don't. And now I hear today that it's supposed to be Gamergate 2. It's like, what the fuck is number one? I never got the definition of number one. Now we on the number 2. Oh, get the fuck out of here. You're really not making me want to care about this shit. For real. Seems like it's too hard to understand. And I don't have a problem understanding stuff, but I don't waste my time on dumb shit. I really just don't. So that was one thought I had swirling around my head. Now, the other one I had is more in an interaction with people sense, not even geek stuff. That's why this is a CArtisan stream and not a geek speak. I was really thinking about how people can fuck things up for themselves so royally. So royally. As you guys may know or whatever, well, I won't because there's still an investigation going on. But I'll say this. Let's lead off with the tail end of the horse. Cool people who are supportive of you are rare in this world. It's not a lot of them. Through your lifespan, as you grow up, you will meet, interact, and maintain or lose good people like that in your life. And it's mostly based on your behavior. Basically, it's based on your behavior. Now, what I've learned, and I hold to, is that people who actually support me, I don't do anything to fuck that up. Why? Because I know how rare that is. Especially as a black man. Your list of supporters and people who will help you in your times of need are short. That's a short list. In my life, I got one of those people in the chat room right now, Artie Ibn. When it came to the forefront that I was in danger of losing my shot, Artie Ibmore, BGS Ibmore, Dr. Keason Johnson, and the Angry Man all did streams, did a motherfucking telethon for your boy to raise money to help me out and keep that shop. I didn't ask for that shit. I didn't expect it. I was having a conversation with one brother and it happened. Totally humble, totally on my knees, giving praise. Like, thank you. Anything I can do to repay it, let me fucking know, right? Now, I've done shit like that. If not to that magnitude, but I've done stuff like that for other people in life, right? I always have. Because in my view, growing up, whatever, if I have means to help you, be it financial, be it sweat equity, be it words, counseling, tutelage, whatever I can do, I will help you, especially if you're one of those people that I deem need that break, need that help. So I don't do that shit for everybody. I don't. Because what do we know in this space? Say it all the time. What's your most precious resource? Your time. Because that's the one motherfucking thing you are never getting back. You can spend money and you can make money. You can have a windfall. You can win the lottery. Right? But time ain't never coming back for you. Never. So I try not to spend my time, since it's the most valuable resource. I try not to spend it or waste it on things that I do not see value in. Right? So when I spend time with people or on people to help them, develop them, whatever the fuck it is, I'm doing it with the understanding that I do not expect to get this back. But my efforts will be of a benefit to you, not to me, to you. Right? Because anything I'm doing, I'm trying to help somebody else. If I spend my time, I'm trying to help you. I'm not looking for gain for myself. That's another thing I learned really early. Don't give something when you expected to get something back. Reason being is, if you give in the hope of getting something back like that, like, oh, you need to give me this back, you're gonna be disappointed. A lot. Now there are certain things you can give and you expect to get back, like you can give somebody your love, yeah, you want a return on that. You want that reciprocation. You do. You owe somebody some money, you want that shit back. Right? But a lot of other things that require your soft skills, interactions with people and stuff like that, it's a given. If I helped you move your furniture from one house to another, I ain't expecting to get that shit back. Yeah, help somebody else when they need help. Or buy me a sandwich. Feed a nigga because strength take energy. Okay? Same thing. So I was having this thought while I was doing my work, which is what I do. Right? My brain wanders and thinks about stuff. Now I'm thinking about this person that came into my life last year who is now on the outs with me. We do not talk at all. Absolutely not at all. And I was thinking about how fucking stupid it is of that person to do what they did to get in that situation to where we do not talk. We cannot talk. I mean, I can utter words. I'm uttering words to y'all. I can speak words. I choose not to. Because they are so fucked up in my eyes, I would not waste words on them. I would not. It's not something that I would want to do. Why? Because they did some shit that was absolutely reprehensible to me. And I don't approve of that shit. Look, there's a couple ways you can go with fucking with people. You can say something that gets them to cuss you out. You can say something that gets them to want to beat your ass or stop you out. It's a completely other thing to do something like that and have somebody just really feel like they have to excommunicate your ass from their life. You have did some horrendously egregious shit to them. And in my view, my book, you should feel terrible about that shit. What up, Ray? What up, American Negro on fire? You should feel horrible about that shit. Especially if that motherfucker was really cool with you and was really a benefit to you. You should feel fucked up about that. Reason being is you don't get many of those people. Especially people that ain't looking for something from your ass. Now I was thinking about this shit with this person. And I'm thinking about benefits, right? The benefit of being in people's lives. Because you have to do that, interaction actuarial table when you're dealing with people, right? When you bring people in your life, you have to do that. You have to do that cost benefit. But this person, it was nothing but benefit. It's all it was. It wasn't really a downside for them because nobody wanted anything from them. Plain and simply, they had nothing to fucking give, really. Not in that way. But for some silliness, they fucked that up. So now I look at it, and what I do, I try to look at things from all perspectives, right? So switching it back to my perspective, because I tried to see it from the other way first, I'm like, look, there is a person in their life who will miss out on the benefit of having the teachings they need for the rest of their life. They'll miss out on that completely. They will climb in the statistics wise, they will rise to that higher level. because the benefit of having someone there who could lead them through that problem is lost. Because why would anybody else care? They won't. The other thing goes for this person being challenged in life and pushing further in life because they now understand some of the things that you're doing are not beneficial if you want more out of your life. You are fucking hustling backwards. And you are closing more doors on yourself than you realize doing this dumb shit. In favor of nobody challenging you. Nobody else has vision around you to see something more than just the bullshit that they in. And it's comfortable if you down there in the bullshit with them. Gonna pull up a nice patch of it, fluff it up into a pillow, and lay back on it so y'all can be comfortable together. Dumb shit. I think about those things, and I think the same grimy shit they did to this cool dude will karmically come back on them. Won't karmically come back on them personally. It will happen to their son. That's how that shit works. Because that's the only way people learn that kind of lesson. That's what it's going to be. And I thought about it because I really want to tell this person that shit, just so they can understand, you know, the forces how they fucking up the galactic continuum. But I'll talk to them. Don't waste words on them anymore. They got to learn that shit for themselves. And it's going to be painful. It is going to be a painful fucking lesson. And I know 5 years, 10 years, 15 years in the future, when that shit happens, I will not be there to see that shit. But I also know that, like most things that have shown me in life, when that fucked up thing happens to them later on, what they did to me, fate will have a way of letting me know. And I'll get a smile. I will. It's happened with everybody that has done something fucked up to me in life. Something bad has happened to them. The same kind of shit. Same kind of shit. Now, I'm not saying this shit because I wish anything on them. I don't. I just know, karma-wise, that grimy shit you do to people comes back on you. It comes back. Make no mistake about it. I'm a believer. I've seen it happen. It comes back. It doesn't come back in the way you think, but it does come back. And you always know why it came back that way. It's like, it's an interesting thing, especially if you're kind of in tune with you know, the shit, is that you get that thought as soon as it happens. I've done fucked up shit. I have. Something fucked up happened to me in that same way, I immediately remember why. Because it's similar. Right? For me, I don't do a lot of people. I don't. That's how I live my life. So when something like that happens, it's easy to remember. It's not like I got a whole fucking catalog of these things lined up, and I can't sort through which one it is. When I come back, I remember. That's how life teaches you lessons. Like you said, until you learn the lesson, you keep repeating that shit. And life will keep throwing it in your face to see how you respond to it this time. Did you learn yet? No? Put it on the wheel. Let's spin it again. So I know that the grimy shit that this person did to me will come back on them. They'll get to see it again. And they won't like it. Then they'll get that inkling of understanding what a motherfucker like me would do. And they'll get to witness it. And they'll remember. But then again, they also get to remember, I fucked that up. I fucked that up. Not them. I did that. I fucked that up. Because what do they say? The best revenge is living good. I continue to live good. And I plan to live better. And if you're close enough to me, you can see it. You can get a view. But what you won't see is it including your ass. That's what you won't see. There will be no benefit. There will be no ancillary benefit to it. None of that shit. You won't. All you get to do is sit there and look. Twist your face up like you got a full-time job sucking lemons and be satisfied with the low shit that you made a comfy bed in. And that's what you'll get. Because you did that shit. So that was the thought process I had while I was painting. That was the process I had while painting. Thinking about this shit and just thinking like, man, they really fucked up. Like, you gotta be a special kind of idiot for that kind of shit. You know, people like your boy grow on trees. I don't. Who was parked in my goddamn parking space? Nigga, you got to move. Paying all this goddamn money for you to park somebody to park in my parking spot? Motherfucker. One second, y'all. All right. So we got a vendor here doing some paint work. Which is funny because I just said I was doing painting today. But he don't know, look, by 5 o'clock, motherfucker, you need to be gone. Because people are coming home and want their parking spots back.
Oh, no, that's right. I can grab this stuff. Just bring on back. It's easy for yourself.
So, yeah, that was my thought process. I thought it was kind of fucked up. Because one, I wouldn't do folks like that, especially nobody that was being decent to me. But I find a certain contingent of us humans do that shit often. And it's probably because most of the time they always getting their ass bailed out. Somebody always steps up to help their ass. So they think that shit is common. It's not. It is uncommon. And I can tell you, for all my years of living, I have found very few people like me. Similar, but not the same. Even my own seed is not exactly like me. So I know it's a rarity how I am, how I behave. So take that shit for granted. Well, you don't understand people and what's common in people and what's not. So that was my thing. My thoughts on that. I will say value the people that you have in your life that are valuable. Understand what it is that you actually value and what is valuable in people. And those cool ones you got, pay them a return on being cool, being down for you. Give them the same thing that they give you. And show them that respect. Because anybody willing to spend any kind of time helping you do a goddamn thing needs more of your respect than to think that that's just common. It is not. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to go in the house since he moved out my parking space and I can park. I'm going to go inside and get some work done. So, appreciate you guys coming through. Like, share, subscribe, become an elite. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.